Daniel lived with his 8-year-old sister Emma in a quiet, almost forgotten suburb of London, the kind of neighborhood where streetlights flicker at night and you can hear your own heartbeat in the silence. Emma had recently developed an obsession with Labubu dolls. She'd spend hours scrolling through pictures, admiring their strange, mischievous grins. Daniel knew exactly how much she loved them, so when her 8th birthday approached, he decided to get her a limited edition Labubu doll. The product 3 days later, the package arrived. The doll sat inside, wearing a soft pink hoodie. Its beady glass eyes seemed almost wet, like they had been watching something. Emma hugged it instantly and placed it on the side table in her room. For the first few nights, nothing happened. But on the 4th night, at 3:08 a.m., Daniel woke to the sound of a child's laughter coming from the living room, a slow, soft giggle over and over. He assumed Emma had woken up and turned on the TV, but when he checked, she was in bed, fast asleep. That's when the question hit him. If she's asleep, who's laughing? He tiptoed toward the living room, his phone light trembling in his hand. When he turned the corner, his breath froze. The Labubu doll was sitting in the corner of the sofa, facing him. Just an hour ago, Daniel had seen it in Emma's room. Now it was here. Its smile looked wider, teeth sharper. The glass eyes glinted unnaturally in the dark. He told himself it was just his imagination, maybe a trick of the shadows, and carried the doll back to Emma's room. The next morning, Emma was dead. Her small body lay cold and pale, her skin tinted blue. The doll was gone. Shaking, Daniel checked Emma's bedroom CCTV camera. What he saw made him drop his phone. The doll climbed onto Emma's chest. Its face had changed. Its grin stretched impossibly wide, its eyes glowing blood red. Then, it lunged. Daniel's research later revealed horrifying reports. Every owner of that exact doll had died within days. Locals claimed it carried the spirit of a devil that hunted children. Nobody knows where the doll is now, and nobody knows who it will visit next. It was 12:30 a.m. Ethan, a long-haul truck driver, was making his way down an isolated German highway. The rain was relentless, hammering the windshield, wipers struggling to keep up. The road was empty, until his headlights caught something in the center of the lane. A doll. Its rain-soaked clothes clung to its small frame, the smile fixed and unnatural. Against his better judgment, Ethan pulled over, picked it up and set it on the passenger seat. "This isn't the place for something like you," he muttered. 20 minutes later, he glanced at his rear-view mirror and froze. The doll's head had turned, just slightly, facing him. He brushed it off as the truck's movement, but 10 minutes later, he noticed the lips. They were moving, forming words he couldn't quite hear over the rain. Ethan slammed on the brakes, yanked open the door and hurled the doll into the darkness. Then he sped home. When he entered his bedroom, the doll was there, sitting dead center on his bed, clothes completely dry. Next to it was a folded note, written in neat, childlike handwriting. "You can't leave me on the road." Terrified, Ethan snapped a photo and sent it to his friend David, asking if he'd ever seen anything like it. David replied, instantly, "That's a Labubu doll. Burn it now. If you don't, you'll be dead before the weekends." Ethan drenched the doll in gasoline and set it alight. The flames hissed and popped, releasing a smell like burning hair and rotting meat. Without looking back, he threw the charred remains into a nearby river. But sometimes, when Ethan drives at night, he swears he can hear faint giggling in the back of his truck. Sophie and Mia had been inseparable since childhood, living in a small town in the US. Every year, they exchanged weird, quirky gifts. This year, Sophie found the perfect one. A Labubu doll dressed in a dark blue raincoat. Mia loved it, at first. 3 days later, Sophie found a black paper package on her doorstep. No return address. Inside was the same doll, and a note written in smeared, dried blood. "It doesn't like me." Shaken, Sophie called Mia. Her voice trembled. "At night, I hear it under my bed, whispering. Once, I saw it, just staring at me, smiling. Sophie, I think I'm losing my mind." Determined to end it, Sophie poured gasoline over the doll and lit a match. The flames roared, then died instantly. She tried again and again. The fire wouldn't take. That night, She stood before her bedroom mirror, brushing her hair, and saw it. The Labubu doll, standing right behind her in the reflection, its head slowly tilting, its grin stretching until it filled the entire mirror.